And the Israeli military claimed a strike targeted a Hamas command center located in the former school. And despite the recent killing of Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar, which raised hopes for a ceasefire, Israel continues its offensive and intensive operation in northern Gaza.
This is the aftermath of a deadly Israeli strike on a school in Gaza Thursday. More than a dozen people were killed, including children, according to a local hospital. It was where people displaced by the fighting were sheltering. This eyewitness says he heard the strike. He says the people coming out of the building were, quote, all cut up, arms and legs separate. The Israeli military said it had hit a Hamas command and control center embedded in a former school. There had been hopes that the killing of Hamas's leader Yahya Sinwar last week might provide an opening to end the fighting. But Israel is pushing on with intensive operations in northern Gaza. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken is in the Middle East this week in hopes of reviving ceasefire talks. He was in Doha Thursday and spoke at a news conference with Qatar's Prime Minister.
We had an opportunity today to talk about the way forward on the effort to bring the hostages home and to get a ceasefire. Partly this involves an assessment of exactly where Hamas stands in the wake of the death of Sinwar. We talked about that. We talked about options to capitalize on this moment and next steps to move the process forward. And I anticipate that our negotiators will be getting together in the coming days.
As the war moves into its second year, the death toll from the Israeli campaign in Gaza is approaching 43,000. Israel launched its campaign in retaliation for the Hamas-led attack on Israel last year, which killed some 1,200 people and saw more than 250 hostages taken to Gaza. It has said it will continue until Hamas is dismantled completely and the hostages returned.